is actually the day when we are announcing Video Metrics for India. It didn't exist before, and we've been working on it for a long time, and we're launching this in the next 5 days. So this is a platform for us, and thanks to Click Asia Summit for letting us do that. The kind of things that you measure here is not just what all websites people go to, but identifying their demographic profiles through biometrics. We track things like double-click speed of the mouse per every user, or the intensity with which they type on the keyboard, so uniquely identify them and then report their behavior. So the same thing works with video as well. In terms of defining a stream, the way video measurement is different from online is that if, let's say, you take a video out of YouTube and put it on your blog, the page view is given to the blog, whereas the video stream count goes to YouTube, because YouTube is monetizing that stream. And that's why it's very important to define what exactly makes a stream. So we basically try everything like a user-generated or an automatically launched stream, or all kinds, like a full serve stream through an SWF file, or these are the various types of protocols and stream types which exist today and are being measured. So not just that, things like the content delivery networks, like Akamai. A lot of content players are using these CDNs to put their content online, and they just need to put a referral ID and a stream count can go to the content player. Let's talk about some numbers. Who are these people watching video? How big is video in India? So if you look at the overall population in India, the online population I'm talking about here, about almost 71% of the total online population goes to video websites every month. This is data for the month of November 2010. If you look at other countries, US is roughly about 84%, China is about 66%, and so on. So it is big enough. To give you a precise number, it's somewhere around 29 million unique visitors to video sites in a given month. Here's some data for some top sites in India, video sites. I'm just talking about video here. Can you see that on the screen? Is it legible? Yeah. So as you can see, roughly about 1.7 billion videos are being viewed every month by Indian audiences. So this, the way I define an audience here is anyone, any traffic originating from India and going to any website in the world. If you look at the demographic profiles of these audiences, they're more skewed to the younger side. So almost 15 to 35 forms about 75% of the total base. If you look at the male-female ratio, about 66% guys and 34% are females. Well, in terms of the videos that they view on a monthly basis, the average is roughly about 59 to 60 videos per person. I've just pointed out different demographic segments and the videos they view by that segment. So for example, if you look at the line in orange, which is males 25 to 34, they view about 66, 67 videos in a given month. The same average for a country like US would be somewhere around 90, 98. So we are there. I mean, most of the people in India are viewing videos online. So overall, the market is about 71%, as I said, and is growing very fast. In the last 6 months that we've been tracking video, it's growing about 10 to 15% quarter on quarter. I'm just talking about number of video streams that are being viewed by people. So yeah, so Joe will talk more about other formats of advertising and so on.
Yeah, so we're very excited about releasing the video for the first time in India. It's it's going to open up, as we said, the viewers average minutes per or average videos per viewer is still relatively low, but as broadband penetration goes up and everything, and more local content, that will actually come up a lot more. Now that we understand behavior, what we want to do is, how do we get advertisers to spend money on video advertising online, right? There's a study that's done by PAX, Sinovate, and to ascertain how many, just the amount of time that people spend online versus other media. This is all online, not just video. And you see the share here, internet 4 hours, this is, during 1 week, right? This is in India. So people aged 25 to 34, they spend about 4 hours on the internet, 8 hours on TV. So TV still dominates. Top level management, it's 3.9 hours, roughly around the same, as well as this. So in summary, it's 23% of time spent on media is online. And of the advertising that goes there online in India, this is what makes up the advertising, right? It is a good chunk of online publishers who do cross back and forth. IT, telco, auto, banking, financial services, and a bit of FMCG. And then we look again at the digital ad expenditure, right? How much money is being spent in this market, and where is it going, right? Digital, is still, it's going up. This is a study done. I can't remember. It was PwC. Yeah. It's growing, but it's still roughly 3% of total ad spend in India, right? That's tiny, right? We're all here about digital, right? And we're talking 3%. So the point here is that 3% does not equal to 20% consumption, right? Naturally, you would expect consumption to be equal to time spent, right? We're still way behind, so there's a lot of room to move. So why is it not there, right? Why is it still at 3%? We've been talking about it for a while. The thing is, it's about branding, right? Advertising, for the most part, is about branding, and there isn't a lot of branding done online in India or any part of Asia, and same issues in the U.S. This is we grabbed some studies. So this first chart you see is total media spend worldwide, roughly $186 billion. Branding, this is everything, right? All media. Branding gets roughly 63%, $118 billion. Direct response marketing, direct marketing, gets 37%, right? This is globally all the money spent on advertising. On the online space globally, it's reversed. There's a heavy skew of spending, digital ad spending, on direct response or some kind of direct, ROI. We want money back. We spend money. We want to see results, right? And so everything has to be measurable. Everything has to be back, and very little stuff spent on saying, hey, I want to advertise that person because they're going to go down to the shop and buy something, right? It's the P&G and all that kind of stuff. They're going to go down and test drive the car and stuff like that. It hasn't crossed that barrier for us. Video is for branding. You're going to try to get an ROI on it, it's going to be very hard, but it is a very effective branding tool. One last study that we did here, before I step off, is branding effectiveness of online video versus display. So again, we showed, set group of people, display advertising, pure banner ads and things like that, versus video. And we see, was there a lift? Was there a difference? And again, within the first 1 to 5 exposures, it's almost 3 times. Of people who actually did something, they went to the site. 6 to 9 exposures, a little bit more, and the 10 exposures, a little bit more. So video advertising is actually better than display. It's more engaging. It shows your brand. They remember it. They go back and they visit the site. I know I've run around a lot. Quick summary. There are different types of video: premium, web, UGC, video ads. Monetization of video for most of what we do here is about advertising. You can understand the consumption of active videos. That's what we do, and it is popular here, 71%, and it's growing. And they're going to more time spent on video. Advertisers are not spending on branding online, and they need to. We need to get rid of the click and use a different metric, the traditional metric that they're used to when they spend money on every other media. And as I said, online video is about branding. It's reach, frequency, GRP. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with GRP, but these are debates that are still happening, in the US, in the UK. Digital marketers hate to use traditional metrics of reach frequency, right? But the money is there, right? Decisions are made by ad agencies when they're spending this much money for a new campaign. And they're trying to allocate where the money goes. If you don't have a reach frequency inside the plan for digital, they say, well, we'll give you 3%, right? Build microsite or something. Right? And that happens. That's pretty much it. I don't know if we have time for questions. I don't think we have time for questions, right? Well, we'll be around. Thank you very much.